This mic. Hey, I'm back in Vilnius.
And whatever the title I will come up with, I don't want it to be a clickbait video. So we really want to share the coolest places where you can buy magazines in London, because recently on my trip there, I went through all of them selling our magazines. So here it is. Let's say 5 coolest places to buy magazines in London. Brought to you by What Do People Do magazine. So first, when in East London, visit Artwords. There are 2 shops in London at the moment, and I got to visit one in Broadway Market. Artwords stocks a diverse selections of magazines, foreign zines, and often host lounged events and readings. Banksy was here. I'm in London and I'm on a mission, so we have to record a podcast and also get the magazines in bookshops. So when we asked our speaker to do a podcast, we received a very curious answer.
Yes, okay, no problem. If, and only if you join me in a Lido, like 8 a.m. or 10 a.m. in the morning, well, not freezing water temperatures, but like 6 degrees, and if you do that, then we can sit down for a podcast.
So he gave me a hat. He gave me a hat so it wouldn't be that cold. Amazing. So we done it. Actually did it. And record the podcast with me. Did I do it?
Yes.
Okay.
This is Slumber Hands.
That was good on YouTube.
This is the IT guy. Slumber guy.
Gas engineer. Magma. Established by 2 friends back in 2000s, I got to visit their flagship store in Covent Garden.
This one.
They have an amazing basement full of different magazines. They stock art and other books, magazines of course, and they have loads of different stuff like t-shirts and cool gifts and unusual products from all around the world. Everybody's talking about London like it's a crazy rainy city, but it's not like that. I think it rains more in Lithuania than it rains in London actually, so it's amazing. But it was at the same time dreadful. It started raining and I'm soaking wet. It's nice to visit those bookstores and bookshops and everything like that, but it's also overwhelming because you realize how many magazines there are and what's the competition out there, and well, you need to really grow your audience in different ways. So I guess that's why we're doing this, to share the story with you. I even asked Rubens from Magma would he like to do an interview, a podcast of sorts, but he said they're not really good at recording stuff. So but he provided some cool information, and really it's one of the places to visit for niche indie hipster magazines. Fuck my backpack. So Magma is accepting 20 copies from us, and well, that's a big deal. I have another place to visit. It's Magculture, and London Review Bookshop said they're more about literature and more about literally magazines, not about travel and work and unconventional life as we do, even though we have a small book inside our magazine. I'm cycling on the Santander bike and trying to make to Magculture till it's closed at 7 p.m. I think that's the last place I'm gonna visit. I don't know if I'm gonna make it though. my god, this is heavy. No way. It's electric. Oh my god. So cool. So cool. I'm here. Cool. This one is totally worth it. Magculture is purely for magazines. Launched 4 years ago after successful online shop, it's located in Clerkenwell, London's historic printing district. So I just said goodbye to the guys at Magculture and made it on time. And they actually agreed to take 10 magazines, so that's nice. And they also knew us from Stack Magazine's The Short List. So this is actually one of the places, Magculture, that you can get our magazine in London. And also a lot of magazines.
I always felt London deserved and needed a really strong, dedicated magazine shop.
Also grabbed 2 Perfect Strangers, I think, and don't remember the let me check. Courier. So as it says here, right here, it's Stories of Modern Business, and both of them were recommended by the guys in Magculture. So always ask what's cool in magazines. Just passing Shreeji News, you wouldn't think it's anything special, but inside, curated by Mr. Sandeep, it stocks over 500 publications, offers delivery, and access to over 3,000 titles upon request. Crazy! So I was already on my way to the airport when I thought there's still one bookshop missing and I need to get there because it looks amazing and they have to have our magazine. So 2 hours before the flight, I'm on the other side of London. Scary. When I went to London, I had like 5 days and we were supposed to go with Rasa, but unfortunately everything changed and I went alone. So I still had a mission to visit all places where we would like to be selling magazines. And that's how I was petrified actually when I came up to Artwords, and I was just standing there outside first, then I came in and then continued standing with magazine in my hand, all nervous, and I couldn't approach anyone in the shop because I just didn't know what I'm gonna say, and I think I was just afraid of rejection. Then I got my guts together, and then with every shop I got more and more confident. Everything started to be more streamlined. I know what to say, and that's how I visited all 5 of them. Yes. I come into the shop, maybe browse a little bit, maybe not, maybe just come to the counter straight. Wait a second. I approach the counter and say, hey, I'm from the magazine called What Do People Do? And I think Rasa was in contact with you already, but I thought I might just pop by and show you the actual magazine. And then, you know, we get talking, and sometimes it's what it takes. It's actually the human connection. The human connection that sells the magazine. And again, it's a human connection that sells a magazine when someone enters the bookshop. Because they don't know about a magazine, the seller knows. It's always interesting to hear from people who actually day-to-day sell magazines. So if you want to experience magazine culture the way it's supposed to be, go to London, explore at least a couple of places, sit down for a coffee and talk with those people. They really know what they're doing. So for the last bookshop slash cafe, we come to Paddington. It's all that fancy here, so if you're traveling around this side of London, be sure to check it out. Paddington, Kioskafe, and then just grab a coffee and go to Hyde Park, which is just right there. Ooh, look at this. So my flight is at 6:40 and now it's 4 p.m. But I'm flying out of London City Airport, and I'm so excited about that. It's beautiful because you just land and take off in the middle of a city.
Kioskafe, a newsstand and coffee bar created by Monocle, has just opened in London's Paddington. Unfortunately, I just had 10 minutes and unfortunately, one needs permission to film inside. Loved it. This place combines 3 great things: coffee, magazines and great design.
Developed as a sunny, optimistic rebuttal to the mistaken narrative that people aren't buying print products, Kioskafe draws inspiration from the city street kiosks of Europe.
Wow, this was so worth to do it. Very cool insights from Fabio, but also one takeaway. They had our magazine already somewhere in shelves and, you know, just stacked upon, but now they see the face, now they know someone behind there. So we really had a nice chat with Fabio, and I think, you know, hopefully we can get 5 or 10 copies there because it's such an amazing place. And now, gotta go to the airport.
Cool. Let's go. Were you listening to me, Neo? Or were you looking at the woman in the red dress? I was. Look again.
This train is for Wardour by London City Airport. The next stop is...
So it was actually very cool to go around like this and distribute the magazines directly to the guys selling them. But then people realize how much work that actually takes and then go with distributors. Distributors? Yeah. So that's what we've thought about for the second issue. Like, how do you really get to people in San Francisco? Of course, order online is the best idea, but you know, it would be cool to have our magazine somewhere in New York also.
So here you have it, that's our story from London, that's how we explored it, and now you can find the magazines there. So visit all those cool places, ask about our magazine, but always, you know, those people who sell magazines, they know each of them, they know what's inside, and you can really say what you would like to know more about, what kind of life you would like to experience by reading about other people, looking at photos, and just, you know, experiencing the magazine itself. You ask them. You ask Ruben from Magma. You go and ask, what's his name? Ask Jeremy from Magculture. You know, Shreeji News Agent. That guy was amazing.
So that's it for me. Thank you, London. You were welcoming, dreadful, rainy, sometimes sunny, but welcoming, and that's the important thing. The only thing I would change, I wish Rasa was with me. But I guess that's for another time when we'll go and explore London together and meet again all those people, all those shops and places where they stock our magazines. And I wish them all good luck, and hopefully we'll send another batch soon. So as always, thank you, patrons, and the best way to support us is buy our magazine online and, you know, share it with others. Subscribe down below, and I'll see you in Vilnius.